Hi guys, welcome back. Queen Sept here. Today I wanted to do a small lecture, a small session on new moon manifestation. Now I know that there are many people who focus on manifesting their desires, maybe new moon to full moon, or they do full moon workings. But today I just want to share how I do it. And one of the things, before I get into that though, I wanted to expand my connection, my workings with the moon through all of her phases, from new until full, because there are energies that can be tapped into to get us what we want. This has been my experience. I don't have to wait until a new moon or a full moon or a waning moon or a waxing moon to do and achieve what it is that I desire. Her energy is available to us at pretty much any time that you want. You just have to know, get a bit of knowledge if you want to know where the moon is at this time. So right now, as I'm doing this recording, the moon is in Leo. So how I found out about that, of course, you can get an app. Let's see what I have here. I have one, it's called Deluxe Moon. Do you see that? Right there. Okay. And it gives you the information currently, where the moon is, the moon phase, what sign it's in, and everything. And actually, even though on most calendars, well, pretty much all calendars, the new moon is going to be in Virgo on Sunday, according to this app, the moon actually starts to move into Virgo tomorrow. And this is where the new moon manifestation comes in. If you have been part of my class, not just tarot, you know that I've done new moon manifestation work. And I always like to say you can begin your workings 2 to 3 days prior to the moon phase that you want to work in. Okay, so to back up, I want to thank Jessica, I think it's Jessica Starr, Story Witch, for talking about this book, Lunar Abundance, because it helps you cultivate joy, peace, and purpose using the phases of the moon. And one of the things that I like about it, she takes you from the new moon to the full moon without any astrological association whatsoever. And for each phase, she has, rituals that you can do, ideas for setting your intentions, things to help you really develop and grow your spirituality, your connectedness to the divine, whatever it is that you want. If you are a newbie, this is a book that I would truly recommend that you get. You don't have to worry about the lunar aspects. The only thing you need to know, new moon, full moon, waxing, waning, doesn't matter. It's all in here. Get this book. Get it on your bookshelf. The other book that I have, this one is called Moon Wisdom. And this one is by Heather Roan Robbins. And the reason why I like this book is because it gives you ideas of, can you see that? How to navigate the current moon's energy. So let's say, as I said earlier today, the new moon, or rather the moon, is in the sign of Leo. And so it says, how to navigate your day with the moon in Leo. Tells you the mood, your romance, contemplation, what's up for meditation, things to watch out for, ego clashes, unnecessary drama, self-centeredness, manipulation, stubbornness, and then things to do. It says the Leo moon brings an extra spark to performance, so schedule any presentation for this time, knowing you can pull it off with unusual flair and panache. So that's why I'm doing this video. No, really. I'm doing it because it's close to the full moon, or rather the new moon, and I wanted to get this done. Okay, so I have a lot here to show you. A lot here. I'm going to show you a spread. I'm going to show you some candle works. I'm going to show you some herbal and cleansing baths. So moving forward, new moon in Virgo. And my fellow Virgoans out there, Virgos, I have two in my tarot class, and I give them a hard time, but I love them to bits. When Virgo energy is right, it is on point, it is dynamic, it gets things done. And that is my favorite, one of my favorite signs in a female. I'm not going to talk about male Virgos, but when a female Virgo gets focused on a project, I mean, that is where you see her shine. She just comes forth. So my two students, I have one, I want to say thank you very much. A while ago, she presented me with this book, and she has been with me for a year, and she compiled every spread that I had given in the session. Can you imagine this? I don't have that kind of time. I have, unfortunately, I'm trying to be more organized. I have several notebooks. I don't have everything organized. Everything is chronologically set up for me. I mean, I'm a Leo with an Aquarius moon. What do you expect? My other Virgo created something similar to this, but it's an electronic file. And tabs are included and all sorts of interactive dynamics. And I'm going to actually send it off to be printed. So I have been told many, many years ago that a book was in the making. I didn't know it was going to be this. And I have to thank my two Leos for actually getting this going for me. Look at the size of that book. This is a book that contains, look at, see? The moon cycle, and the part of the table of contents. Do you see that? Is that incredible? I couldn't have done it. So with this Virgo energy that's coming into play, the key words are I analyze. And I know that Virgos are known to be perfectionists. Like they will continue to work on perfecting something, getting something done until there's not a drop left. But this is where the Leo energy comes in, because we will light a fire under a Virgo to get things done. And somehow, you know, that relationship seems to work. When Virgos get out of their own way, they, as I said, they're very dynamic. So one of the things that you can do to tap into this energy right now, many of you have seen this moon phase oracle. You know, helps you work with the energies of the moon. And you put out your spread, you pull your cards. There are several walkthroughs. Just, I believe Kelly from Truth and Story has done a walkthrough on this. Fantastic walkthrough. And then I also have this moon oracle, Spirit de la Lune, which is a round deck with keywords and such. So I always like to have one of these decks out for me to tap into additional energy so I can take full advantage of that current moon cycle. The other thing that I like to have, I'll move this over here, are some crystals. Now I wear a lot of them, and I will probably change this around. Some I won't change. I'm wearing my labradorite now, my labradorite ring. But what I'm going to bring into my practice for this moon cycle is green onyx. You see that? Because I need something to gestate until the moon becomes full in Virgo 6 months from now. So this is going to be my crystal that I'm going to be focusing on, or focusing my intention into. Okay, so What I want to do, let me back up a little bit, is actually create a series for working with, did I say this already? Anyway, creating a series with working with, or for working with, the moon in her different cycles, her different aspects. So you shall need a notebook if you want to join me. Any notebook. I love that orange. Any notebook for you. Okay? Of course, you're going to need a writing instrument. You'd be surprised how many times I actually have to say pen and paper. You know, if you bring a notebook, they don't show up with a pen. Okay, excuse me, reach over. Whoops, what was that? Anyway, so several pens, and I do recommend a pen as opposed to pencil because I'm going to show you something else that we're going to do with this. You're going to want some paper, so a brown paper bag, parchment paper. I mean, this is actually a notebook of parchment paper. Be good. Or paper to represent what it is that you want to work on, what you want to manifest. This is excellent for what I want to do right now at this Virgo moon, setting my intentions. You can also bring in some colored markers because sometimes you can use colored pens for really honing in your intention for what it is you want to do. Green for money, pink or red for love, or rather pink for love, red for passion, blue for healing, yellow for communication, black for eradication, banishing, getting rid of, brown for stability and growth. So many different colors. Try that. Okay. And we're also going to need a few candles, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. So you will also need your natal chart. Okay, get your natal chart so that you know which house the sign, the current moon sign falls in, and how it may affect you. The sign of Virgo falls into my Mars, my house of Mars, and Mars is about my finances, my money, my well-being, my work, my career. So at this time, after being so expansive and enjoying the Leo season, I have to get down to brass tacks to getting my roots firmly planted, getting my foundation secure, being very practical and pragmatic to see where it is that I want to be. It can't always be a party. I mean, I enjoy a good time, but you do want to make sure that you can have, fluid finances and that your home is in order and your health is in order. So this sign of Virgo talks about organization and taking care of your home, taking care of your health as well. There's a spread by Ezzie, New Moon in Virgo spread that you can work with. You can also find the qualities of Virgo spread in here. The spread that I will be sharing with you today, to be honest with you, I think it's a combination of a spread that I may have found and created. I have not been able to locate it anywhere, but it's something that my tarotistas and I have been using. So with this Virgo energy, let's see. Of course, you've got Mercury in here. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, planet of communication. We know Mercury just went direct a few weeks ago. Saturn just went direct. So everything's easing up, loosening up, relaxing. But now really is not the time to sit back and kick back. Now is the time to use this energy, especially since we still feel a bit of summer, to get something done. So Virgo analyzes, edits, and perfects the quality of the information before sharing it. So we have to be discerning with the information and our communication before we put it out there. If you have been part of Instagram and the media in this community, then you are aware of what I'm speaking about. Virgo edits and perfects the quality of information before sharing it. And it was a very unfortunate turn of circumstances. But that's a discussion for another video. I do want to say one thing. If you live on the East Coast and you are using this is not indigenous or locally found here. It does not grow here on the East Coast. You might want to check into other alternatives. See, get your notebooks so you can write this down. Okay? Everyone's familiar with what this looks like. So for the East Coast, if you are truly interested in tapping into what is locally available, what could be harvested without detriment to other at-risk plant life, think of juniper, birch, willow, apples, and pine. Woods, essences, anything like that, okay? Juniper, which is one of my favorites. Juniper is actually good for protection. Birch, willow, apples, and pine. That will help reduce the overconsumption of this and support your local businesses. Yes? Okay. Back to Virgo. So, activities that you can do as a Virgo. You can perfect a skill. Organize your workspace and your bookshelves. You can improve your diet. You can perform a service of charity. Streamline your work. Set up a home office. Get your physical. Ladies, don't wait until October. Let's see. You can make a donation to an animal shelter. And you can work on becoming elegant. So some of the crystals that you can work with while we're in this Virgo phase would be peridot, malachite, citrine, bloodstone, yellow calcite as well, tree and or moss agate. Okay, you can work with these crystals to set your intention. Essential oils that you can work with would be frankincense and sage. Again, it's an essential oil. Now, if you're purchasing it from an organization or a company located on the West Coast, just be mindful of where you get your products from and how they are harvested. You can also get a juniper oil, which I feel may be a bit pricey. But you know, in a pinch, good old-fashioned olive oil works just as well. Okay? It's also really, really good if you can get into the habit of making your own oils. This is one that I have created. This is a new moon oil. See that golden yellow? This is my special oil. I have another oil here. I guess you could say this is my commerce oil. Now, if you don't have any particular oils, you know, you can find some fragrance oils. They're just to be burnt in the area, which is fine. It's just a matter of creating the ambiance that you need. All right. Whew, I do have a lot that I want to cover, but I don't want to make this video too long. So, I'm only 20 minutes in. Okay. So back to this moon, you know, Mother Moon, Luna, you know, this aspect of this astrological phenomenon that all of us feel, her pull, her call. You know, this weekend is the feast day of Yemoja and Oshun. These are our deities, our Risha, the mother of all. Yemoja, most of you may know her as Yemaya, but her Yoruba name, correct name, is Yemoja. And Oshun, say Oshun, okay? Oshun reminds us about the sweetness in life. And this weekend we celebrate all the goodness and the abundance that they bring to us. And for me, they are represented by the moon cycle as well. The new moon coming in is Oshun. Possibilities, excitement, taking care of yourself, self-love, all of that. And Yemoja is the mother aspect, the one that you go to when you feel like no one hears you or understands you. Okay, that's going to be another video where I'll talk about the Orisha. So I have a few more other moon books here that have been favorites of mine throughout time. And one of my favorites, my first book I bought was this one, Moon Spells. Doesn't look like this now. This is an old copy. And the reason why I bought it, and I highlighted this one particular section in here, where Diane Alquist says, this book promotes no specific belief system and requires no extensive knowledge of magic. It is a non-denominational spiritual approach. The only thing it requires is that you believe in God, a higher power, or the balance of nature. The spells or rituals are a blend of different belief systems and different rites. There are those who do not believe in the mixing of such beliefs. However, I have found that a combination of the vibrations from different philosophies brings powerful results. In fact, the very book you hold in your hands this moment is the result of a moon spell I have performed. This is one of my favorite books to go back to. See, I have a few tabs in here. Okay? Get yourself a book to help you focus your intention and your desires of what you want. Then, of course, Yasmin Boland came out with this book, Moonology. And the reason why I like this book, she goes through the moon phases, but she tells you, she gives you ideas. Let's see, can you see that there? What page am I on? About what to do when the moon is in a particular phase. And this is for new and full. How to tap into those energies. Take inventory, be healthy, get organized, look gorgeous, regain your identity. Oh my. Avoid nitpicking, get organized. So that's another book. And then this one is a fairly new book that has come out, Moon Power. And this is by Simone Butler. And what Simone has here, you can use, it's almost like journal prompts when the moon is in Leo. What to do when the moon is in Leo? Make love. Give a talk or presentation. Get dressed up and go out dancing. Take a vacation. Buy new clothes or jewelry. Go to an art opening. Run or work out. Paint, draw, or color. Host a party. Watch your temper. Take, or rather tackle, a big project. Toot your own horn. Get a spa treatment. Right? And then you have questions for reflection and journaling. So now we're moving into the moon in Virgo. And I think this is more specific to your own astro or natal moon sign, your lunar power, your shadow. Can you see that? I don't know. Okay. But she also has ritualistic things that you can do. The ancient Virgo moon, Vesta. Vesta is the goddess of the hearth. Her sacred animal is the cat, creating an altar. And then she has rituals as well that you can do. Now, find the deities that you work with. Hestia, Vesta, and Hestia, I believe. Let me see, yes. Later called Hestia by the Greeks, Vesta by the Romans. That's not a deity that I work with. For me, this will be Oba. Okay, and that is something else I will talk about later on. Okay, so now you have some basics about to start working with the moon. So you want to start preparing your things 2 to 3 days prior. And I was sending out emails to my tarotistas letting them know, hey, this is stuff that's going on. These are things that you want to start working with. You start collecting your candles. You start collecting your oils. Okay, so I have here, I usually like to have a setup of about 5 candles. Now I know many people work with candles like this. The gold and silver ones. Can you see that? I only work with these candles twice a year, maybe 3 times a year. My solar return, the beginning of the calendar year, and then one other special time, and that's it. Other than that, I don't work with these candles. I like to work with these candles. These are known as chime candles, and they're quite inexpensive, so you can buy a bunch of colors. So for this moon in Virgo, I am going to be working with, to signify the new moon, a color called parchment. It's like a butter yellow. Or you could work with white. I'm going to add green because I'm going to work on my finances, my stability, growing my business. I'm going to work with brown to anchor down my finances and my business and provide healing for me as well. I'll make that more manifest, meaning make it more tangible in my life. Healing is needed all around, because the sign of Virgo is about being of service to others. So at the same time that I want to work on bringing something to me, I also want to work on bringing something or sharing something or giving something to someone else, to the world around me. So I'm going to use a light blue candle for healing. And I will use my zodiac color, which is orange this time. And then when I set it up, it will look something like this. This is not quite done yet. It's not done. I'm going to take it off. But the center candle has my current moon cycle, and then everything else will go around it. It's personal preference how you want to set it up. Don't overthink it. I'm not one of those people that's very dogmatic. Everything is about intention. And then I'm going to set that on a piece of petrified wood. That was a birthday gift to me. Isn't that gorgeous? That is to anchor everything down again, bringing everything down to the earth. To make my dreams manifest in actuality. Okay, so what you would do, so of course you're going to dress the candles. You'll take a little bit of the oil. Now, everybody does this differently. I take a little bit of the oil. I rub my hands together like I'm going to start a fire. That's delicious. And then I take my candle and do that as well. I don't know how this is going to translate, but that's what I do. And as I'm doing that, I'm coating my candle, I'm filling it with the energy of what I want, the new moon cycle, what I want to bring in, etc., etc., etc. Every candle, each color represents something. So as I'm dressing the candle, fixing the candle, I am filling this candle with the energy that I want. I am treating this candle as the manifestation, the actuality of what I want to have come into my life. And then I put that down. So the way to put this down on your plate, I'm not going to do it here. Let's see. Some people will take a match. I've got matches here. Cute kitty cat matches. Long matches. And melt the bottom a little bit. And then as it melts, you know, put it on, hold it down. Okay? Or you can get one of my favorite things. I call it candle boogie. It's actually mole wax, and it does look like boogers. You take some off. I don't know if you can see that on my finger there. And you put that on the bottom of the candle, like so. Can you see that? And put that. Have that stick on there. See that? It holds it. Okay, you see the wax there? You can see it. And it will hold your candle in place. All right? Always, 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 always practice fire safety. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care how powerful you think you are. You cannot do anything once a fire has started going chaotic. Don't be so egotistical or brash or unaware that you leave your candles unattended or burning or overdress them with so much oil. Just be mindful. Yes, you can add some herbs to that as well. A little goes a long, long way. It really is all about intention. And you don't have to do anything with your candles if you don't want to. You don't have to put anything on them. It's about intention. And speaking of intention, so maybe you don't have access to chime candles. Maybe you have access to that tea light. Okay? You could put that on something as well. Put a little dab of oil on that and put it down on a saucer and fill that with your intention. Nothing wrong with that. And then there may be some of you who cannot practice. Practice. Do this. Maybe you live in an environment that is not conducive to your spiritual path. And so you have to stay in the closet. Okay. So there aren't too many people who are going to pay attention to a birthday candle. It's quick. It's fast. Again, fill your intention. Fill it with your intention. You'll be surprised what you can do. But one of the things, this will be your kit. A roll of lifesavers. What are you doing with lifesavers? Remember, it's to serve as a reminder of the sweetness of the things that you want to bring into your life. Now, you can set your intention with a particular shade, color, flavor of lifesavers. Again, as I said, let's say you have a birthday candle like this, and what color do I have in here? Oh, let's say at this new moon in Virgo, I want to work on a hot, passionate relationship. I'm going to use the red lifesaver. What I'm going to do, lifesaver down, birthday candle in, and I have my tool for manifestation. Don't eat the lifesaver when the candle's finished. I mean, it may be covered with wax, it may not be. Okay? So those are just ideas and ways to start working with the manifestation, the energy of the stuff that's coming in. You know, the work with the environment, work with the vibration that's coming in. You can also, nowadays you can find essential oil burners. This is sandalwood. Sandalwood is good for protection, healing, prosperity. I mean, it's good for everything. Just imagine having tea light, an oil burner, some of this, and you set your intention, what it is you want to bring, and as it's burning, the atmosphere is being permeated with this wonderful aroma, this beautiful, lush fragrance. And as it's burning, it's working on bringing in whatever it is that you want, right? So now moving on to what you want to bring in. So, let me get comfortable here. All right. So I've showed you all the moon books, but this book I'm going to show you actually took my manifestation practice to a whole another level. I mean, it elevated my focus, my intent, my desires to fine tune, pinpoint, accurate growth, manifestation, bringing that stuff in. And it's this book, New Moon Astrology by Jan Spiller. And this book, she has, how do I explain this? Wishes, things that you want to bring in. And these are pragmatic things that you can actually focus on bringing in at the time of the moon, that current moon phase. She has in here a calendar for all the new moons up until the year 2050. If you can see that. Okay? And she breaks down the book into what to wish for, depending on the sign that you're working in. Right now we're working in Virgo. So some of the things to wish for would be physical health, diet, exercise, work, job, efficient organizing, clear discrimination, helpfulness, order, relaxing, and perfectionism. And then she says Virgo rules physical health, including diet, exercise, establishing good health habits, weight control, healers, nurses, doctors, chiropractors. And she says here, sample wishes to enhance physical health. And you would say, I want to easily find myself attracted to and consuming only those foods that are low fat, low calorie, and healthy for my body, right? She talks about what the occupations that Virgo works with. Virgo rules creative organization. And you can say here, I want to easily find myself creating neatness and order in my home. I want to easily find myself paying my bills on the blank day of each month. I want all resistance to cleaning up the mess easily lifted from me. I want clear planning that will empower me to successfully reach the goal of blank. So for those of you who have a hard time focusing on what it is that you want to bring into your life, this book is so full of ideas and things that you can use. You can write these things down. So critical thinking, even parts of your body. Let's see, bowels and intestines, constipation and diarrhea, solar plexus, right? I want a total healing to occur in the area of I want to easily attract, recognize, and begin working with the right healers to help me restore my blank. I want to easily find myself taking action that leads to my successfully restoring my intestines to perfect health and beauty. So she has things like that in here. And then she breaks it down. She gives you your north nodes as well. Location of your north node depending on, your astro chart. So remember what I said, you need your natal chart. Getting your natal chart is priceless. I mean, there are people online that could break it down for you, but there are a couple places that you can actually get it for free. And knowing your natal chart, getting a bit more information about yourself, helps you truly understand who you are. And it's like your roadmap to navigating everything that's going on around you. So I can see I'm at 38 minutes right now, and I have not given you the spread yet. Okay, so this book, right? Now, on to the spread. Oh, good grief. It's a new moon manifestation spread, and hopefully I'll put it down in the bottom. One of the things that you will need to have for this spread is a moon cycle calendar. I just printed one off. It's just easier for me to access. Yes, I have notebooks and date books that have it, but you know, this is my way of organizing things. And the spread is 5 cards. So you're going to need 2 dates. One is the moon cycle now, 2 dates, and the phase of the moon, and the sign that it falls in. Okay? You're going to need to know the current new moon, the next full moon, and then the next new moon after that. So, the spread is card 1, current feeling today. And today, you would put today's date. Remember, we're doing intention setting here. So everything that you can write down really starts to hone in the energy of your intention. So the current feeling today is September 7th, right? Card number 2, my expectations during this moon cycle. And you pull your card. Card number 3, a surprise to expect during this new moon phase in Virgo starting on September 9th. See, you fill that in. Card number 4, energies around me now until the full moon in Aries on September 25th. Energies around me now until the full moon in Aries on September 5th. The outcome of this new moon in Virgo to the new moon, or the next new moon, in Libra on October 9th. And you write all of that down in your journal, okay? And you set your intention. You set your intention for what it is that you want. A couple of other things I want to talk about in regards to setting your intention. This is a long video. Hopefully it will upload. It won't be a problem. I always like to do a cleansing bath prior. I'll probably come back and do a part 2. Okay, so I have herbal baths that I have prepared. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. I also have a salt bath. Do you see that gold color? It's gold. I don't know if you can see that there as well. But that's what it looks like. Chunks of gold. Maybe that would be better. Can you see that? There we are. So the next thing that I want to bring into my life, clear my energy, get myself stable, get myself organized, and then I sit down to create and prepare whatever it is that I want to bring in. So, real quick, I'm going to do this spread. New Moon Manifestation. I'm using the Rider-Waite deck that I got from Chris from Slip the Trap, with its wonky borders, with the happy frog on the back. My current feeling today. Let's see. My current feeling today. Something else. Today. Oh, look at that. Page of Wands. I'm excited. I'm ready to begin something new. Yes, I am. I'm ready to start this project, learn, teach. Again, the word I get is excited. I'm doing this really on the fly. I'm going to sit down with this for a minute. But, okay. So that's the Page of Wands. Ready to begin something new. Be passionate about this creative project that I'm doing here. Okay, so card number 2, my expectations during this moon cycle. My expectations during this moon cycle. Look at that. 4 of Wands. Yes, I am expecting success. I am expecting growth. I'm expecting to work with like-minded individuals. I'm expecting to celebrate. Yes, I am. I'm expecting joy and happiness and stability to be returned to my world. A surprise to expect during this new moon phase in Virgo starting on September 9th. Okay, surprise. Oh, Queen of Swords. Well, truth. Speaking my truth. Again, I'm expecting. Is this a surprise? Well, I don't think it maybe not be a surprise to me. Maybe it'd be a surprise to others. But it could be clarity, illumination, seeing the truth, cutting away all of the stuff that may have been around me. But what may surprise me, I might actually be compassionate. I'll be willing to hear. I might endure a bit of pain, but I will still have a peace or a place in my heart for some compassion. Okay, energies around me now until the full moon in Aries on September 25th. Let's see what we have here. Look at that! 10 of Cups. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Oh, yes, contentment. This is the energy that surrounds me now. You're damn right. Okay, I'm going to do everything I can to stay in this place in spite of all the shenanigans that's going around on the interwebs right now. I am going to protect my peace and my happiness at all costs. And maybe that's why the Queen of Swords came up. Yeah. Healing, abundance, blessings, joy, happiness. That's the energy that surrounds me. Yes, I love it. Okay. An outcome from this new moon in Virgo to the next new moon in Libra on, what did we say? October 9th. Okay. The outcome from this new moon in Virgo to the next new moon in Libra on October 9th. Look at that. Page of Cups. Ooh, am I going to hear something nice? An expression of emotion, an openness, an extension of one's heart, an improvement in my abundance. I mean, that Page of Cups looking at that fish. That fish represent abundance, growth. Didn't I say I'm working on something? Where's my egg? Well, it's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Something is going to be gestating. It could be good news in regards to my plans moving forward. I'm looking forward to that. So, guys, if you've made it here and made it through this far, thank you so much. I probably should have broken this up into two, but I just wanted to get this done and get you guys going. Do this spread. I'll be back in the next day or two. Slow things down, check back in, ask me any questions, and with that, I am out. Stay blessed, stay beautiful, stay peaceful. Bye.